Together, brought to you by Marix Media and Mindspeak.
Hi, I'm Kamal Chadda.
And I'm Dr. Dipti Mankad.
Welcome to Anchored Together, a YouTube series that casts an exhilarating spotlight on the vibrant lives of shipping industry professionals and their families.
Excitement and entertainment is what you get here in abundance. Hello everyone and welcome back to another exciting episode on Anchored Together. Today we have with us a wonderful couple, Mr. Sanjeev Mehra and his beautiful wife, Deepshikha Mehra. So welcome you both on this show.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I hope you're all set for fantastic. So let's start off with very basics. Sanjeev, should I call you Sanjeev or should I call you Mr. Sanjeev? How do you want me to address you?
Sanjeev.
Sanjeev, great. So Sanjeev, tell me something about you because you are from the shipping industry. So let us know a bit about you first and how did you hop into the shipping industry?
So that's a very long story. I was in college and one of my friends came and told me let's get into marine. And I was always a mechanical type of guy, doing mechanical things, working. So we went off to Railroad, LBS College, but the exams had just got over, and I couldn't appear for the exams, whatever. So I came back home dejected, and I told my father, now that's done, and I need to get into marine. So incidentally, my Taya was O.P. Mehra, you must have heard of him,
Yes.
Chief Marshal. So he gave him a call. He says, "ऐसे hai, karna hai." And the next day we get a call that, okay, you go to Mascon Docks and join there. So then we went to Mascon Docks and we applied there, and I got into the 4 years training of doing apprenticeship there. So that's how I got into marine. It was all luck by chance, and it happened in a jiffy. I mean, it was not planned as such, but someone came to me and then he said, and then things just rolled one after the other.
And so your first ship and first company?
So after finishing my 4 years was a big struggle because there was a big slump in the market and there were no jobs. People with chief engineers tickets were sailing as third engineers. So getting jobs was again very difficult. So then the godfather Tayaji again came back into the picture. And then I was the first cadet in barbership management.
Okay.
So they introduced that, and then I went there as an oiler. I was told you will work as an oiler, you will be as an oiler, but obviously, so that's how it is. So when I went to get my contract, so Mr. Sarma was there, he was the one doing it. So he says, don't you want to read the contract? I said, no sir, I mean, I'm getting a job, that's more than enough. So the next question was, do you know how much you're getting? So I said, no sir, I don't know, and I am not bothered. I'm very thankful to you that you're giving me a job,
Sure.
And that was a very good company. So I said, that's how. And my first ship was Patria.
Okay.
That was made in 1972. It was the most automated ship of its time, and had a lot of things, and I have a lot of experiences and a lot of anecdotes on that vessel. But if I start with that, I think we will need 3 to 4 hours.
No, but
of
we
it.
will come back to that. So Deepshikha, tell me something. Were you aware of the shipping industry before you met him?
Absolutely, because my father is a marine engineer and my mother had this strange thing that she says, I will get my daughter married to a shippy because she'll get to travel and she won't have to work. Two things. So in their times, the loading, offloading used to take so long that they used to be in every port for like 1.5 mahina. And my darling husband was on the biggest, largest oil and ore carriers when I married him. So the stop at every port was just dead din. So all I got to see was the Seamen's Club or the Sailors Club or something like that. Of course, at some places we did, Dubai, Singapore, and all that. But so one of her missions, my mother's missions, got accomplished, that I didn't have to work. So yeah, so I knew, and then they put an ad in the paper in the mariners column. And as destiny would have it,
so in the newspaper?
Yeah, हमारे ज़माने का Tinder और हमारे ज़माने का Shaadi.com was Times of India matrimonial, and Sanjeev's father had put an ad, read this and wrote back to us in the absolute first lot of letters. And rest is history. I got married when I was 23, right out of college. And yes,
so it's been how many years now?
Dad, what do you do?
So how many years now since you were married?
31.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
31 years.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So, okay, so his father approached you and all that. So how was your first meeting? Did you get to meet alone?
Yeah,
And So how was your first meeting?
I think Sanjeev Jij came to you first, and then you all came over to our house.
Yeah.
And then I traveled to
Baroda, and he came. So
in the next trip.
So we had, so he missed his flight, and maybe that's on purpose. And Jij went back, and he was there, and then we got to spend some time, of course, with the family, and then this was alone, and then we had ice cream together in Baroda and everything, and then he says, what do you think of me? I said, you're husband material and all that, but I would like to wait for 2-3 years more because I just finished my graduation. And he said, I am telling my parents I am ready. You do you.
Why did I do that?
Because you didn't have anybody to get married to then. And,
That's another point.
yeah, so my daughter-in-law says, Dad, yesterday she was looking at our Roka pictures and she's like, Dad, you hit a jackpot. Okay, so that was
lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, Sanjeev, so now that we know how you got married, so I think it was a completely arranged marriage setup.
Yeah.
So, but did you all have a courtship period? Or
Yeah,
it was just directly marriage?
Whenever I used to come back from the ship, I used to be in Baroda.
It was 6
Okay.
months courtship.
6
So
months.
this was August. We had a Roka, and we got married next 94 Jan.
Okay.
So we did a little bit of meeting, and then of course he was taking over Tarim.
Tatar and Tarim.
Okay,
Those two
Tatar.
vessels, yeah,
So he's
Tatar.
taking over, and then it was freezing there. Our courtship was like I still have those phone cards. And he had collected, and every time he would get out, it was like -4. He's calling from there, bahar jaake. There were no mobiles, no
Yes.
internet, just satcoms. Satcoms.
No,
Yes.
these were.
This
This was in the yard.
Yard used to
In
get off
Japan,
and
yeah.
call me and everything. So that was courtship. It was very beautiful.
Oh, it was lovely.
Yeah.
Has she sailed with you?
Yeah.
She has?
She has.
So you enjoyed sailing?
Oh yes,
You did?
I enjoyed. वो काम नहीं करना जो
Uh-huh.
mama. So absolutely, all I had to do was wash my clothes.
Okay.
And then of course when the kids came, we also sailed. Once they completed 1 year, you're allowed to take your children. So when I was sailing by myself, so I was cooking in the galley. I was learning desserts from the chief cook, and then he says, अच्छा आप थोड़ा सा सब्जी वब्जी भी बना सकते हो? I said हाँ बना सकते हैं. So I was like making Indian khana and all, because he used to make more quantity.
He's from
food.
Goa.
So he used to make more. One day he's like, ये क्या है सब्जी? So he's saying shalgam. I said shalgam. So ये इतनी गंदी भी बनती है shalgam. So then I made it how my mother-in-law makes it. It's like, okay, this is. I made a newspaper there. Marix, you have competition. And then you sometimes you have so many days, because we used to have the longest.
True.
From Japan
40 days,
to
43
Japan to
days.
Brazil and back to Dubai or Singapore, and then I would be like, categorizing videotapes in the smoke room, or painting the swimming pool at one time, or all kinds of stuff.
So Sanjeev, you also sailed for so many years.
Yeah.
Tell me any such experience or any anecdote, if you could like to share, an interesting one which you still remember till date.
Oh, plenty.
So any top one for you?
So, my first ship, Patria, we were in Houston, and we were discharging. That was 300,000 tons, and we had a daughter vessel next to us. So, the accommodation caught fire.
Okay.
and the surveyor who was there basically he left the kettle on or whatever, and that, you know, so there was a fire in the accommodation, and we were all struggling to fight the fire. And after a few hours, the fire just got out of hand, and there was nothing we can do. All the teams were exhausted. So the master on top, I mean, with the walkie-talkie, and he says, "Okay, we have to abandon the ship." There were choppers all over. We were everywhere in the news, and the daughter vessel which was there, I mean, they sheared off the ropes and they were drifted apart because, you know, we were all busy with the firefighting operation. So I was a bachu then. I was a fifth engineer. My first ship. So, and everyone loved me because I'm a Punjabi and I always say Hanji.
Hanji.
So when I say Hanji, people, I don't know. I mean, they love it. So,
Yeah.
so they all used to love me. So the radio officer was there, Ahuja, with me. So I said, boss, give me a chance. I will try and get rid of the fire. So he had a walkie-talkie in his hand. Radio officers are the right-hand people of the masters, you know. So he says, Captain Sab, Mehra wants to try. Can he try? Because he had already said abandon ship. So he says, yeah, go ahead, do what you want. So I climbed from the backside on the accommodation, took a pickaxe, and I broke the porthole. And from the backside, then, I mean, there was no way you could get there. So there were two guys holding me, and I was leaning all over, and with the axe, I broke the, you know, the porthole, and there was a gush of fire onto my face, and, you know, so we broke it, and we put water from there, and within 5 minutes, we were all under control. So
Wow. That is lovely.
that was
But that, हाँ तो होता है ना जवानी का
हाँ, जोश
जोश. Yeah. Today
ऐसे बहुत सारे थे, वही शिप पे थे, पता नहीं वो क्या था, वो शिप में बहुत सारे ऐसे इंसिडेंट्स हुए हैं,
incidences.
बहुत सारे हुए.
Is that a bird? Is that a plane? No, that is Sanjeev Mehra.
No, that was
But I think when you look
Yeah.
back, yes, I think in younger times, like you hear so many stories of you know such kind of
Yeah.
things. But I think when you recollect it now, you do feel right that
Yeah, and this,
you did learn from it.
yeah, we had forgotten about this. So this Ahuja, one day, I mean, we called up about 2 years back, and he says, "Yaad hai?" So I said, "हाँ, याद है." And then I put it on the Facebook, and then no, I think I put it to him what had happened, and then he put it on the Facebook. So that was good.
But that's great. I think
Yeah.
I think with seafarers they have a lot of stories to
Very
lot of
lot,
stories to tell and
yeah.
share. You know, and I think they are brilliant storytellers.
Yes.
Because the way they because they've experienced it themselves, so the way they start saying and narrating it becomes really interesting.
Yeah, and we have nothing to do on it. We only make stories.
So Deepshikha, tell me, till you sailed with him, fine. But I think I'm sure there would be a time where you were not going sailing
Yeah.
with him, and you took back at home and taking
Yeah.
care of children and family.
Yeah.
So how has it been? Is it tough being alone and raising the family when he's away?
I think it's not tough if you think otherwise, because I had one of my second child all by myself. He kept waiting for her to come, कि हो जा भाई, you know, and then she just was like very happy inside of me. And then after he left, 3 weeks later, Natasha came. So that was one of the major things that, you know, other friends were like, how can you have a baby or by yourself? But, you know, I don't,
Yeah.
I think when you're young, you kind of mold into a mold, and then you kind of just take things as they come. Then we were doing up our house. So we were in Mahim, and this house was in Andheri. So, you know, take the maid, put the children. My father-in-law would come with me, and then we would drive. We would go give the carpenter whatever we had and all that. So I think it was like, jaise, you know, how the army wives are. So,
Yeah.
you know, it was similar. Like, I think merchant navy wives already take it for this, that you will have some time by yourself and you will have to take care of that. And I think
True.
it was a joyride. My in-laws were absolutely amazing. They still are. We lost my father-in-law in 2020, but
Okay.
my mum-in-law was a great support with kids and everything. So
And I think you come also from a background where you said
Yeah.
your father was a chief engineer
Yes.
himself. So you've
Yeah.
seen that and you've lived that as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So Sanjeev, tell us something more about your children, your family, who's there, what they're doing.
That's the wrong question. That question should go to her.
Why? The father should also be able to answer.
He'll just say, I'm paying all their credit card bills. Still, every day he'll be like, Acha, I hope you're paying for that laptop. How are you? Tasha ko, he'll keep blackmailing her. So, okay. So, my firstborn, that is Tanuj, he runs an IT company, Kenma Kaitan Solutions, marketing product. and he has a music distribution company, Mellow.
Okay.
So he's doing well for himself. He's married to Aishwarya. She's a professional singer. She's awesome.
Okay.
And she has a lot of videos on YouTube. Go follow her. And Natasha, my second born, she is a model, a singer. Now that has kind of taken a backseat because now she has a production company that is Tinker Productions. And
You're
so
coming
she's
in competition to marriage.
no. So she is basically, she shoots, she does shoot for music videos, she directs, conceptualizes,
Okay.
she does the whole deal. And it's so amazing to see her because she's like one chota bachcha, patla sukra, but when she gets into the studio and then she fills the room with that authority, I think she gets it from him.
From him. He doesn't look authoritative. You're just sitting like a very, yeah, okay, let her do the talking.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
sitting
yeah.
like a nice, obedient husband.
We are trained. We are well trained.
Lovely. So, any special talents? Your children are very talented. What about your special talent? Do you have any such special talent?
Oh,
He's a wasted singer.
I can be by myself,
That's a talent.
alone,
in my room.
in my room,
Without anybody.
without disturbing anybody.
Anybody?
Lol. With your phone, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, that phone is important.
And Deepshikha, tell us something about the work you're doing now, because I did read up about you and you're into healing, all kinds of healing. Can you tell us what you're doing right now?
Okay, so I'm innately a healer. So both of us learned Reiki before we went on the ship, which really helped me. So that is since 30 years, one year later. And then I've been counseling since through dermatoglyphics since 2014. Then since pandemic, I have been into all kinds of courses and everything. I'm a certified life coach, and I'm my areas of expertise is inner child healing and self hypnosis, and parenting and relationships comes from experience as well as helping a lot of people since 2014. So this is the part that I'm enrolled right now. But yes, I have I wear a lot of hats, so life has been fluid, and the life has taken me from this. I was a gold medalist in clothing and textile. He'll kill me if I don't say that, so I'm saying that.
But I don't know where the gold is.
It's there. And so I was a designer for the longest time till COVID. And I think a part of counseling comes from there, because every time you did an outfit for somebody, and they would be like, "Nahi, main moti lag rahi hu," and I'm like, nahi lag raha. See this color, the cut, the seam, and all that. So I think I have got my counseling experience since 2012. So yeah, all of this together.
And Sanjeev, what are you up to nowadays, and what are you doing now currently? What does your work look like as of today?
So, I run a company, which is basically her company. I'm the MD, that's Mazdoor.
MD.
And we do a lot of repair and reconditioning works. That's specialized work for the marine industry.
Okay.
So the ships which come in, they have problems with the engines and the parts, then they send it to us and we repair them.
Okay.
So we are one of a kind in India. We have all class of root procedures. I mean, there are plenty of them around, but the kind of work we do with class of root procedures, that's very few of them do that.
Okay.
So that's what we do. We have riding squads where people go on the ship and repair the ships. We have a company in UK also. We do operation and maintenance of power plants. We have about 6 to 8 power plants in all over India, where we have people going and doing work. So
Okay.
that's That's the work that I do. But that's all sidelined now. That's all going on auto. So now I'm basically the secretary of IMEI,
Yes.
and I spend a lot of time doing IMEI work. And I'm the president of Amazing Nautical Association. So that's another way. And then I'm in the committee of NMDC. So we do a
Yes.
lot of work for DG shipping and all. So that is what is taking as prime
So
work
you're busy,
now.
busy bee. Busy
Yeah.
bee.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And out of all this, as we were discussing, you also mentioned something which really interested me about the inner circle.
Circle of
Circle
life.
of life, yeah. So tell us something about what is the circle of life. I think you all both are in it
Yeah.
together.
Sanjeev will tell you. He started it.
So basically, I don't like taking allopathy medicines for a long time. If I take a medicine, I mean, it reacts to me. And even alcohol, I don't drink alcohol. But if I take a big peck, that puts me off. So your body basically gets used to the poison you're taking.
Right.
And when you start taking allopathy, it's basically different types of poisons that you're putting inside your body. You think you might be curing something, but it's damaging the rest
Rest of it, okay.
of them. So what we've started doing is researching on few natural products that really help you. For example, people having high blood pressure, having heart problems, we give them a special powder, a powder that's basically you need to take morning and evening.
Okay.
It's natural, absolutely natural. And we have in that circle of life, we keep increasing as and when people want. But right now we are about 40 people, 40,
Okay.
40 patients you can say, of
Okay.
different types, different places, Delhi, Haryana, Mumbai, some of them from my
Own town.
and own company also. I mean,
Okay.
so we do that. So this helps people, I mean, this is something that we wanted to do for a long time. I mean, you should give something back to the humanity.
Sure.
You should do something. It's not necessary for money. You should do something that helps other people. So, and this is now picking up because a lot of people are now coming back to us. I mean,
The feedbacks
there was
are
feedbacks
beautiful.
are fantastic. I mean, this friend of mine, he had diabetes and it was over 10 and for a long time, and he's a pharmacist.
Okay.
Wow.
And he could not basically, I mean, it was not coming down. And after 3 months, he puts me a voice message. I'm going to the doctor now. Should I tell her about this medicine? I said, don't. They'll kill me. Because the doctors don't want this to be published.
Published. Absolutely.
So, and it came down to 7, and it's still hovering around 7. So that's
That's
a
great.
good thing.
Awesome.
And no
Yeah.
side effects as
No
such.
side
No
effects.
side
effects.
effects.
It's all
side
natural.
effects, Yeah.
No side effects. I mean, then we have Commander Gopinathan who's working with us, and he's working from home. He's old, and then he gives me a call that he was huffing and puffing, and so I said, ठीक है, मैं दवाई भेजता हूँ. So I sent him a
So
medicine.
who makes this medicine? You?
No, we get that. We researched it,
Okay, and then
and
you.
we get it from the market.
Okay.
And then he'll just keep posting
Okay.
it for free,
Okay.
so he doesn't.
Yeah, we
Okay.
don't charge money.
Okay. Okay.
So then we gave it to him, and within 3 days he sends me a message. I've regained back the energy,
Okay.
So, and that works very well because this medicine specifically is basically, it's like it clears up all your arteries and,
Huh.
all the clogging that you have,
Have.
it clears it up. So your blood pressure is basically because everything is now jam
clogged,
packed.
yeah.
There is
Yes,
nothing
yeah.
for the blood to move, and your heart has to pump much more for the blood to move around.
True.
As simple as that. I mean, in
Yes.
layman's language. So when I clear up everything, then automatically your blood starts performing, your
Better.
heart starts performing better.
Better.
Yeah.
And a time comes when you start having low blood pressure, and that's the time when you need to stop.
Stop. Okay.
So then you know that you are on the right
Right.
level now.
Okay, that's very interesting
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
interesting. And I think more and more people are now moving towards
Yeah.
natural
Natural.
ways of healing
Yes.
themselves or of that. Great. Now we're going to have a very fun round now, okay? So let's, I'm going to be asking you some quick questions and you have to tell me between the two of you who is doing what and how. Let's see how, okay? So who's the more romantic one? You?
Yes,
You
yes,
are?
yes.
Okay. So what's the most romantic thing you've ever done for him?
I keep saying I love you all the time, and I'm like, say I love
So you don't say it? You don't?
I don't even wish her on a birthday.
But that's so mean. Why is that?
So he's like love. So okay, the thing is that he believes in action. So he will not eat if I'm not come home, and if I am home, I will eat. Like जैसे वो होता है ना, put your oxygen mask पहले. So he will not. So he does all these little things that amount to love. Sanjeev, I am saying that in front of everybody, and which is true. But I want it also to be said.
Said,
you know?
But women always want it to be said,
Yeah.
Even I believe
Can't
this.
do
You
it.
have to say it, at times.
And then flowers. So like when we are in the car and the flower guy will come and say phool lilo and all. So I said, Sanjeev, you have to ask. I will say no, but you ask. So that is like a done thing, He'll be like, do you want flowers? So I said no.
Oh God. No, but women actually they want sometimes that you should express it. I tell it to my husband as well. He also never says it. He's saying you should feel it. Why do you want me to say it? But I'm like, no, but we are women. We we feel it when you say it also. So I think sometimes you have to say it. All right. Who's the first one to say sorry if you fight?
Me.
Me.
Rubbish, Dada. You never said sorry. Never. Never.
And you, very nicely you're putting up your hand. Sorry.
Liar.
Okay. So and who's the more organized one? At home?
Him. He's like so this wo jo I forget the name of this Japanese technique where if you do everything at a certain time, it just keeps you in control, discipline, focus and all. He's like that. 1 minute भी नहीं बदलेगा और 1 step भी नहीं skip होगा. Like if I'm getting late, I will just take a shower and leave. He would have to go through everything, his puja, this, that. First of all, he's never late.
Yeah.
But if he is, he has to do that. He has to have breakfast. He has to do puja. He has to do this. He has to put pani. He has to do everything will be there. He has to do sudoku in the potty. so he has his rules. And 6:30 he will shut his work. He will come home. Then he has certain things to do. Means
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
But then having so much of discipline in everything doesn't it get annoying?
No, but it comes naturally to him.
Okay.
No, but I envy him. If I had even 10% of that discipline, it would have set me free. He has time for everything. And I am like all the time. He'll be like, "Ye kyun nahi karwaya?" So I'll be like, because I didn't have time. I was doing this and I was doing that. And he is like, he preempts everything. He will preempt, he will plan, he will, this I said somewhere else also. Like if you're going on a road trip, Mumbai से ही निकलते वो अच्छा पैसे रख दो बाहर निकाल दो for the toll and all that. He wants to plan everything. So be it his finances, be it his life, be it his everything, or be it the road trip का toll. He has everything. So discipline sets him free.
So tell me, who's more strong-headed?
Rubbish, Dada, you.
We are on the camera, so it will be nice to me.
Be nice to you. Okay, I am more strong-headed.
All right.
See, I actually, kind of gave in. So who is strong-headed.
And who is more lazier?
Me. Me.
Yeah?
Me.
I'm not saying anything.
He's not allowed to
I'm
say
not saying
anything.
anything.
No, I'll ask you a question. Don't worry. Okay, tell me. You answer this one. Who's the more funny one? More humorous.
Yeah, he's
the more funny one. Okay. And who's a better home manager?
I think me.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Finally, let me just take a quick round. Let's see how much you know each other also. All right. A little bit. So Deepshikha, we'll start with you. Who's his favorite actress? Does he watch movies?
Madhuri Dixit.
You like Madhuri Dixit? Really?
Loads. I mean, that was, she's an absolute favorite.
Yeah.
Abhi to we haven't watched TV since I think 7-8 years. So,
You all don't watch TV?
No.
Then what do you all do?
We don't have TV.
You don't have TV at home?
टाटा स्काई नहीं एक है शो ऑफ करने के लिए है बड़ा वाला this but टाटा स्काई कटवा दिया है.
So
And
What do you watch? What do you watch on the TV? Nothing.
No, we don't watch TV. I mean, the kids have theirs, Mama has theirs, the maid has theirs, but we don't put that jo common. First of all, he doesn't want a TV in the bedroom, which is good. We don't have screen time to have phones. But otherwise, TV.
So what do you all do in your free time? If you all are both free, what do you all do?
Fight with each other.
And rubbish. We don't fight. We don't fight. So we're on our bed. He's on his phone. I'm on our phone. And then he'll be like, Mama, I post this. Mama, I'm tagging you on this. And I'll be like, Dada, see this. And then I'll be like, look, show that again. So then he'll be like, you see your phone. Why are you seeing it? My phone. So, bas wohi sab.
So my time basically is more on marketing rather than watching TV. When you watch TV, you're going to see all rubbish. I mean, it's only what the media wants to show you. It's not. And by the time you decipher what they want to actually say and what is right, you're wasting a lot of time. So we stopped watching TV.
So tell me now, what is Deepshikha's comfort food?
Idli.
Yeah, yes. Any day.
Any day, idli.
Any day, all 3 meals.
Really?
Absolutely.
So what's his favorite cuisine?
Bhel puri, sev puri
That's
at
a
any
cuisine?
time, like
Yeah.
that's a cuisine.
It's a cuisine for you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Otherwise, what? Otherwise,
I used to love making chicken dishes, but then the kids stopped eating. She's gone vegan.
Yeah,
so,
she told me that, yeah.
So in the family, only me and mom eat. So
Okay.
kiske
he
liye
used to
banao?
bake
We used to
yummy
do.
chicken pies.
Pies.
Yeah.
So used to do.
Okay. Who's Deepshikha's favorite actor?
Oh. Sanjeev Mehra.
Yeah, okay.
But you don't watch movies also? You don't go out to theatres to watch movies?
No.
No, we used to very long back when we used to get that
Free wale.
Free tickets.
free tickets from all the
banks.
mutual funds.
All the
mutual
banks,
funds
yeah.
when you invest. So
Do you all remember the last movie you've seen together?
Yeah.
Hathi Mere Sathi
No,
was
no,
long.
that was wrong. No, like all
That's
these.
like way
Dil
back.
Wale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge.
वो भी बहुत पुराना
वो भी
है.
बहुत पुराना
3 Idiots, Lagan, all these nice
watched-
movies.
you
हाँ,
have
हाँ,
watched.
हाँ.
We watched it.
All free.
Okay, all free.
All free. Okay, what's her favorite color?
Oh, she loves all colors actually.
No, now it's white
White,
and blue. White and blue.
White and blue.
Blue, I think.
Yeah.
Blue.
Yeah.
Okay. What's his favorite song? Does he sing?
He sings. Actually, my children have got the singing thing from him.
You do?
And he's a wasted singer.
Okay.
In his bachpan, he did that. I mean, my father-in-law used to get this dhamkis from everybody. वो पता है आपको कि आपके पास म्यूजिक सिस्टम है उसको हल्का करो. So his favorite song must be one of the Beatles, Obladi, Oblada, or Hey Jude, or
Yeah.
Beatles was my
Beatles your favorite.
Yeah.
But no Hindi music you listen to?
No.
No?
Hindi music.
You're not fond of movies, you're not fond of music.
Wasted person.
No, we're that way very zen and
Zen
very
type,
content.
So what, you all meditate or what in your free time?
No, my free time is very productive.
Yeah.
So basically, I started this about 15 years before WhatsApp time. So I used to go on my, the brick. The Casio had a brick, So I used to,
Nokia.
not
The
Nokia.
brick cream, yeah.
Yeah. So I used to send. What I used to do, I used to make groups and I used to send jokes to people.
Okay.
So that was, I think, 2005 or 6 I started that. And it's still continuing now, but the platform has changed to WhatsApp.
Okay.
So I have about more than 30 groups now. In the evening, basically, I collect, I scan them, I put the good parts and then I send it out to people. So people are actually eagerly waiting for that every evening. And if I don't do it for a couple of days, then I get galis. Mar gaya tu, kahan hai? So people are actually waiting for that. So instead of TV, I find this to be much more. And then I kind of engage with them, because it's a reciprocal thing.
Okay, now you're married for 31 years, both of you.
Yes.
So tell me, Sanjeev, one thing which you like about her and one thing which you tolerate about her.
Very good,
I'm
Dipti.
not
I
saying-
love
I'm not
you
saying
so
this.
much. Come
I'll
on,
be
Dad.
sleeping on the couch. No.
Acha, first you say what is one thing
What
good about
do you
Dipti?
like about her?
She listens to me.
Okay.
And she pretends to listen to me.
And what do you tolerate about her?
That she pretends.
She pretends.
She pretends. Okay.
I like that.
What about him? One thing you like and one thing you tolerate about him.
Okay. I like a whole lot of things. There's a pura list of, I told you, like discipline. His middle name is consistence, perseverance, he's resilient, he plans, pre-plans, matlab, everything, meaning like he's very hardworking. He'll not sit in one place and just procrastinate on things. I've never seen him
never do
there.
that.
So that is, the respect for him is immense.
Okay.
And what I don't like about him is he has to work on his anger. Because anger is good because unless you have anger, it will not channelize a whole lot of things. But short tempered and mostly on his ghar mein nahi. So he's like two different people. Once he's in office and one he's at home. So at home he is absolutely this. And office, of course, he feels that he has to kind of remind everybody to do their work, which really pisses him off. And what I have to make him understand is, people are not as smart as you. They do not remember. He has to remind everyone, wo courier gaya, wo pump aaya, wo ye gaya, wo invoice gaya. So he's like a one-man army, and he's doing everybody's job. From the peon to the technical assistant to the ki ye tax gaya, wo tax gaya. So, he's doing it. That is, I think, takes a toll on him, and that's his short temper. And so, like, I'll be giving him gyan and like, what is this and all that. He said, one day, half a day, 1 hour, half an hour, you come there and you do that. And I lose it.
Yeah.
I was like, how do you deal with this, So yeah, he's...
But that's everywhere.
Yeah.
He's kind of
All
protected us
businesses.
from... all businesses, but I think he's protected us from everything. Yeah, so that is what...
All right.
ये सब CV पे
So-
जाएगा.
Yeah.
Chalo, final question now. I mean, we can go on and on, but yes. So both of you married with beautiful children, and you've sailed, she sailed with you, all said and done. Tell me, what does it take? Because there'll be so many young couples will be watching. Not that you're older, but I'm just telling you because you've become one level up now since your son is married.
Yes.
So tell us, what is that one thing you would like to tell, or you think is very, very important for any successful marriage? But Sanjeev, we'll start with you.
Patience and keeping your mouth shut.
Really?
Daddy, you don't give your voucher at all. You're basically
No, this I
lying.
was telling about for the ladies.
Very...
Yeah, Deepshikha. So what about you? What, for a successful marriage, what do you think is most important?
So if we are talking about seafarers and their marriages, I would like to tell all the young girls that are getting into this is that you will, like, I was a gold medalist, and if I wanted to start work right in the first year of marriage, it wouldn't have worked. Then I would have my whole ego and my whole baggage and everything. But I wanted to travel with him. I put my dreams aside. It's not, those are, temporary dreams. So it's like I put that aside. I enjoyed my time with him. I traveled, I had my children, and I was young. I was 23. So there's so much time in your life. So the minute my kids went to school, and then you have the whole day, like from 9 o'clock, Sanjeev would leave at 9, my kids would have left at 8:30, and they would come home at 4 o'clock. So you have the whole day, and then of course your whole rigmarole starts, projects and everything. So my only advice to young girls is, there's a lot of time, just hang in there and enjoy your time. And you can always have, there's no rule or there's no regular timeline कि पहले काम करना है फिर बाद में नहीं करना है. And I'm still working.
Yeah.
And I have changed we have a company together, a shipping company together. I've done my designing, I've done feng shui, I've done, like, my life is just fluid, and I have grown with that, and I'm loving my coaching, counseling time now. So, and it's never stopping.
True.
So what's the hurry? Like, don't don't panic, don't get into that mode ki mera kaam kya hai, mera wo hai. And agar if you are of that opinion, then don't get married to shippies, don't get married to armed forces people, don't get where you are required to travel with your husband. If you know that that is his kind of work, then you have enough time in your life.
Stay tuned. Next week, meet us again on Friday, every Friday. Please remember to tune in to Anchor Together. And from the entire team of Anchor Together from Marriage and Mindspeak, we would love to give you a token of appreciation. That is our Anchor Together mugs.
Thank you.
So at least when you'll sit together with this, you'll remember this fun-filled of episode.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Young graduate,
Yeah.
is that the entry level for anybody wanting to do the ICS certificate?
Well, it is not limited. This qualification is not limited to people in the merchant navy.
No.
Anybody
a
who's a graduate.
Any graduate, yes.
Any graduate, if he is from the commercial side, or if he's done his BCom, or even if he's done his BA in economics, which is slightly connected to business, he would get exemptions, which would help him get his qualification.
Nice.
However, the other good thing is that you have a period of 5 years.
Right.
Within that time frame, you have to clear the papers.
Oh, the entire lot.
Yeah.